Hello and welcome to this episode of Bullseye, my weekly take on issues of significance where I deep dive and bring you clarity from clutter. Today on Bullseye, we will speak about the rupees 100 crore rumors around a new party and some very interesting developments behind closed doors during the Goa visit of the Congress General Secretary organization, Mr. K.C. Venugopal. And this is important because while a lot of bites were being taken on the in the lobby of the Siddharth Goa Hotel, a lot more was happening inside. But first, the 100 crore rumor. The 100 crore rumor, which everybody in Goa knows, which has now translated, in perception of course, into an attempt to register a new party, has set the cat among the pigeons. But the question is this hype about a proposed new party, which was known to the people due to a public notice in a newspaper, is the hype of this justified? Or is it just a storm in a teacup? Will it have any impact? Or are these just seeds thrown into the wind during the monsoons? But the Goa Pradesh Congress Committee chief, Girish Chodankar's 100 crore remark saying that a new party is going to be formed, a new Salset based party is going to be formed, and 100 crores has been kept aside by the BJP to float this party to split the votes, the opposition votes, that is. Now, this Girish Chodankar's 100 crore remark actually is like discrediting a pregnant woman about the father of her unborn child. As a wily politician, it had its desired effect. A news channel picked up the public notice, which was published in a newspaper which has a good digital presence, but whose print edition is amongst the lowest read. But suddenly, everyone from priests to politicians, from self appointed pundits to professional pontificators, began speaking about this party, which has teasingly named itself as the Goa Congress. Now, the mastermind of this move was immediately identified in political circles, identified within quotes in political circles as the disgruntled former GPCC president Amit Patkar. Patkar, though, has vehemently denied this and said it's BJP's game. The same words ironically used by Girish Chodankar. And he also said that he'd heard this from the media. But it so happens, though this cannot be conclusive evidence, that the address of the proposed party is the home of the Sarpanch of Velsau and her husband, who is the president of this proposed party. Velsau also happens to be the home village of a former Congress executive member who's a very close ally of Amit Patkar. Now, obviously, nothing is conclusive, but when rumor spreads, these are the straws in the wind that give weight to this rumor or these rumors. Now, there are two ways of looking at it. Way one, it is not simple to register a party because you need 100 registered voters to be a part of it and some level of organization. That is why even rebel groups in parliament like that of the TMC did not register a political party, but grabbed an unknown party rather than going for this whole rigmarole of registration. So registering a party is not child's play. Let's put it this way. Now, the other way of looking at it is, will this have any impact whatsoever? Now, there cannot be a conclusive assessment of either of the two questions at this point of time. But most significantly, this development has put to test the political perception and the maneuvering skills of both the factions of the Congress. This is certainly one. And round one has gone to Girish Chodankar, though it's early days yet. And what is that round? The perception battle. Throwing this whole spin around the BJP 100 crores. That perception battle, Girish Chodankar apparently has taken a lead initially because he shot an arrow in the dark saying 100 crores has been set aside. Now, as if Girish Chodankar himself is two-timing as a BJP's underground treasurer. How did he know about this 100 crores? But then came the news of the public notice about the registration of this political party called the Goa Congress Party, or wanting to be called the Goa Congress Party. Now, this 100 crore BJP-funded remark automatically got attached to this public notice of this new party and lit fire to a 48-hour news cycle, completely connecting the two. Though there is no evidence, formal or informal, as of now. Now added to this mix was the AICC General Secretary organization, KC Venugopal, who once upon a time had the last word about the Congress a few years ago. He planned his Goa visit in the middle of this. Or could it be because of this? We don't know yet. And after landing, one of his first calls reportedly went to Amit Patkar, who went to meet him this morning, as in the morning of the 4th of July. So this is when Mr. Venugopal called Amit Patkar and he went to meet him. Now, in Goa has learned that the meeting was far from pleasant. Patkar, in a no-holds-barred mood, confronted Venugopal with a clear question: do you want to throw me out? If so, then do so.
जाला अशा पद्धतीन जाला की ते हांव ताच्या मुखार मांडला
ते उलयलो तूं
ऑफकोर्स मेरे उलोवपाकूच जाय न्ही उलय नासतना कशें जातलें डेमोक्रेटीक पार्टी
So you are upset that what Congress have done with you?
सी हांवें कितें सांगपाचें तें सांगलां आय हॅव कन्वेड माय मेसेज ही इज अश्युअर्ड दॅट ही वील लूक इनटू इट सो लेट्स सी
ओके तुमच्या उपरांत कांयचे काँग्रेस मेंबर ते सोडून गेलेले त्या रिगार्डिंग तुम्ही कितें उलोवप जाला
ना सांगला हांवें की सी काँग्रेस पार्टी म्हणटा ती थोड्या फ्यू कलेक्टीव लोकांची न्ही लोकांनी गेल्ली 4 वर्सां ह्या 4.5 वर्सां ह्या पार्टीक बिल्ड करपाक आपलो टायम पयशे एनर्जी ब्लड सगळें दिल्लें हांव सो एवरीबडी हॅज टू बी अ पार्ट सो ही सेड दॅट आय वील हियर एवरीवन आय हॅव एक्सप्रेस वॉट एवर आय हॅड टू एक्सप्रेस I have told that our fight is against the BJP. We are fighting for last 4.5 years, strengthening the Congress, and which results I said in Lok Sabha and ZP also we have seen. Fight will continue. Now, what role party wants me to take over? That party has to decide. That I cannot decide. So I have told them, wherever you feel that your party requires me, I said I'll be there. So let us wait now that what party feels right.
This is absolutely confirmed, and this is what he has said. Patkar was also peeved that one local candidate called Pinty Hadatkar, who is considered to be a contender for the Kurchori seat and is Patkar's political rival of sorts. Patkar was peeved that it was Pinty who went to receive Venugopal at the airport and received him and so on and so forth. That too has peeved him very clearly. And he spoke about this also very strongly. More interestingly, during that first meeting with Venugopal, Patkar clearly said that the party must work with Vijay Sardesai, and he even went to the extent of asking Venugopal why was there no meeting fixed with Sardesai since Venugopal himself was in Goa. He even went to the extent of saying that he will be fully with the party, that is the Congress party, if Vijay Sardesai is taken along respectfully. And this is something which has been said. Now, a second meeting has also been scheduled. One would presume that this strong exchange has resulted in a second meeting, which is scheduled on the 4th of July, today, Saturday evening, and we are recording this in the afternoon. Now, we do not know what sparked the second meeting, but it's very fair to assume that this heated discussion actually sparked it off. There is also a possibility of more members from the Patkar camp going and telling Venugopal about this and about Patkar's removal. So Patkar's removal has actually become the center point of this discussion and center point of Venugopal's visit as of now. Now, let us look at the situation by stepping back from the bites and the breaking news and so on and so forth, and viewing everything from a distance, to get better clarity. Sometimes it's best to step back for better clarity. Now, let's look at the manner in which Amit Patkar was removed and sidelined had surely sparked off a bitter unrest at the Congress, and that unrest may be justified. Because he was not just removed, he was removed in a manner that created a wound. It is not only because Girish Chodankar became GPCC president. That happens, it's routine. But it was not handled like a political transition. It was handled more like a political message. And that is kind of hitting Congress a lot. And Patkar has managed to send that message into the Congress camp, which again is clear. If Chodankar had the first laugh with regard to uh, throwing a spanner in the works about this proposed new party, uh, Patkar, on the ground of sending his message very clearly to the Congress High Command about the manner in which he was removed and the fact that it was not justified, that message was also strongly infused into the Venugopal visit scenario. So one needs to understand both sides on what Girish was trying to do and what Amit Patkar is trying to do. Okay. Now, but however, Girish, by playing this clear perception game, he has ensured that the real founders of this new party, whoever the real founders is, would be keen to touch this party with a barge pole, because the party, whether it is actually in reality or not, has already been branded as the 100 crore BJP BT. What is also important here, and this is something significant, and I would request you all to pause. Any other formation or any other party or any other leader linked to this new formation at this point of time will also be seen and scrutinized through the same lens. So it must be very important about this. Any further steps about this new party will be seen in the same lens because of the perception that Girish Chodankar has managed to do it. And that is something which is important. Because it's not about what the truth is, but it's about how the perception battle is played. Now, this may be far from the truth that this is 100 crores has been set aside and this party has been backed by the BJP. It could be far from the truth. But if the rumor catches wind, it will become fact in the tintos of Benali, Varka, the coastal belt, and spread everywhere. From Maria Hall to Mercedes along the Mandavi. This is the power of political perception. Truth is slower than rumor. But the time truth reaches the ground, rumor has already gone door to door, boot to boot, church square to village tinto, to temple complexes, to WhatsApp groups and other WhatsApp groups. And this is where Girish has played the first move well. He has not played anything. He has not proven anything. He has no evidence, may not have any evidence, but he succeeded in framing the story. And in politics, whoever frames the story first forces everybody else to defend it. But beyond this, let us seriously ask, does the opposition have space for further fragmentation? And then hope for alliances within these two fragments, with other fragments doing their own thing. Does Goa have space for this? Does Goa need this? With the current four, Congress, Goa Forward, AAP, and Revolutionary Goans nowhere near any kind of an alliance, yet another party's entrance is as good as saying, congratulations BJP, before even a single vote has been cast. Now the Goa Forward Congress alliance, which is supposed to culminate into a political marriage, is not even dating these days. Girish Chodankar, who reportedly told Vijay Sardesai that the two would meet after returning from Tamil Nadu, after Girish would return from Tamil Nadu on the 5th of July, is very much in Goa during Mr. Venugopal's visit. And then Vijay Sardesai is supposed to be away from Goa for about 15 days immediately after that. So if everything happens in good time, each passing hour is actually diminishing that good time. In the span of only 1 month, in the entire last month, the chances of an alliance between Goa Forward and Congress have actually diminished rather than increased. And that is what is being perceived as well. Therefore, Amit Patkar pressing the Goa Forward button with Venugopal will give more heat to the issue, and it's good that that's happening. But the question is the dish already cooked? Let us also understand this carefully. The Goa Forward Congress alliance is not a luxury. It's not a favor from one party to another party. It's not about ego management between Girish Chodankar and Vijay Sardesai. It's a political necessity if the opposition wants to repeat any kind of fragmentation. If in Goa, Elections are not won only by vote share, they are lost by vote split. And the BJP understands that better than anyone else. And in Goa, we have kept on harping on that again and again and again. The BJP does not need the entire opposition vote, it only needs the opposition vote to be divided. Meanwhile, I'll just touch upon AAP just a little bit because that is also a party here. See, the AAP is clearly planning its own strategy, even though ground reports at this point of time do not indicate any strong traction in AAP's favor. But let there be no mistake, its leadership is on the ground and working quietly. It is cleverly balancing a heavy, aggressive outreach towards the church. And please note this, the AAP is actively viewing the church, speaking to priests and so on and so forth, and at the same time, targeting a split in the Hindu votes, while going all out on this Ayodhya temple donation controversy and the allegations of siphoning funds meant for the Ram temple by members of the trust who are very close to the Prime Minister. It may not have a strong traction, but AAP is not sleeping. Meanwhile, the Goa forward, if its alliance with the Congress does not happen, has to go on its own. That is a daunting task, where it would be pitchforked into testing its pan-Goa presence for the first time. It might want to see this challenge as an opportunity, but it must keep a safe distance from any formations or factions that are viewed as being backed by the BJP. This cannot be said enough times. This is crucial for the GFP to get any traction, to keep a safe distance from any formations that are perceived as being backed by the BJP. Because the moment Goa forward is seen as a part of a confusing opposition, fragmentation, it loses the moral argument that it is built around being a serious anti-BJP force, and Goa forward, I'm sure, understands that. Now there's an X factor which needs to be taken into account for everything, from football to politics. If there is a wave, and a wave in support of a narrative that there needs to be a change under one leader, it is only then that all other aspects will be wiped out under this wave. But so far, there is no weather prediction of this nature yet. Currently, the united opposition dream of the people is trapped in independent political goals, which may or may not be about winning elections, by the way. Because let us not forget that if one is talking about BJP-backed political parties, then why are we not talking about BJP elements seeping into existing political parties as well? Can anyone deny that even within the Congress, there was a leader who once said, not too far back, that I can control 10 seats. I have enough funding for 10 seats. And all these 10 people will be affiliated to me and me alone. These are things that have happened within the Congress. And the issue is these things don't, no press releases are issued like this, but when you're following politics, you understand and know these things. So this thing about only a political party being funded is not the only danger here. The danger also lies within, with the senior leadership also thinking that they are bigger than the party and can control certain seats and people because of funding received. So let's understand this very clearly. That's why I said it's not just about winning. It's about ensuring what power you have within your framework. It could be, the threshold could be as low as securing your own seat. That is most important. For the people, there are two kinds of pressures. One, secure your own seat and then win your own seat. It is not about Goa. It's about something as narrow as that. Even in the ruling BJP, ensuring one's own ticket is paramount. And that is the reality. Because I'll tell you one quick anecdote or an information. It is learned that the scheduled tribe ST reservation is on hold because Home Minister and the de facto BJP boss Amit Shah made a condition: if ST reservation is granted in Goa, then ST leaders, for instance Ramesh Tawadkar and Ganesh Gaonkar, could not contest on general seats. Now with both Kankon and Sangay and they would be in a general category in the reservation scenario because these seats were not getting reserved, then Ramesh Tawadkar and Ganesh Kankar ST leaders would not be able to contest on these general seats. And hence they are keeping quiet and not pressing the ST button as strongly as that. Because it's not about reservations, it's about their own seats. Meanwhile, Nilesh Kabral, former minister, has already raised the flag about the prospect of not getting the Kurchori ticket. So Kurchori seems to be a bit of a problem for both parties. Both parties have leaders who are unhappy at party rivals interfering with their tickets. Now, that is where the issue lies. And interestingly, disgruntled politicians in different parties has opened up a huge market for other parties to fill their candidate roster from unhappy exits from the other parties. And that always happens before elections. You keep certain seats free. At the last moment, people from other parties who've been denied tickets will come to you. And that is the reality of the Goa election market, ticket distribution. And that is where the game is. It's not about Goa. It's not about people's welfare. But with more fragmentation, it is better for the BJP. Of course, BJP has to face the pressure of fragmentation even within rebels. But broadly speaking. Now, let us kind of look at what is happening at this point of time. If a party that does not even exist properly can create so much of panic, what does it say about the stability of the opposition? If one public notice can trigger 48 hours of speculation, what does it say about the trust within the Congress? If one remark by Girish Chodankar can brand an entire possibility as a BJP-backed operation, what does it say about the power of perception? And if Amit Patkar has to meet Venugopal and ask whether the party has to throw him out, what does it say about the internal communication by the Congress or within the Congress? And that is the question. Will the Congress risk multiple fragmentations and hand over the 2027 Assembly Cup to the BJP? And that is the bullseye question. And we don't yet have an answer to this crucial question. That is all we have today. Keep watching Ink Goa, keep supporting it. This is Shujoy Gupta, and thank you for watching.